So I've been out here camping for the last 3 days down in the Koala 7 down there. Right here we have the Panda Large from RBM Outdoors. This is a 10 by 13 inflatable canvas hot tent. My mouth is frozen because it's so cold out here right now. I've got a regular tarp on the ground. Then the tent itself takes probably about 10 minutes total to set up. That includes taking it out of the bag, rolling it out, hooking up the pump, and inflating it. And the best thing about inflating it is you get to stand back and let it happen. Only towards the end do you need to start walking around and helping it unfold. Now I also have the rain fly on this tent right now because that's going to help to keep the heat in. Now based on how well the Campgrounds M tent stove works in the Koala 7 down there, I don't think you really need to have the rain fly on to hold that heat in. But we're going to use it for this video because today, before I even light my stove, I want to try out this electric heater right here. This is a 1500 watt space heater that I got from Lowe's. It's supposed to heat a room up to 300 square feet. This tent is about 150 square feet, I believe. Actually, 10 by 13, it's a little smaller. It's about 130 square feet. Now, I just did this same test on the Hexagon tent from RBM and the Koala 7. You'll have to watch those videos to see how it fared. But like I said, before I light the stove, I want to try this out in the Panda Air Large. We're going to run through that real quick in just a second here, but I want to tell you a little bit more about what we're working with here. Like I said, this is a canvas tent. Canvas is a very breathable material. When you're using the Campgrounds M tent stove, which is the one that I have hooked up in there, it will easily take it into the 70s in this cold weather. But something like this that doesn't crank out that heat with such power means we need to do whatever we can to keep that heat inside the tent. That's why I have the rain fly. The rain fly gives it an extra layer to hold that heat in. It does not cover the front or the back, but it does cover the top and both sides completely. These are also mesh windows covered by tarp on the inside. The back is completely covered by tarp, but those little mesh windows in the front can let in air. The reason I'm doing these tests today with the electric heater is because when you're camping in cold weather like this and you're using the hot tent stove, it works excellent through the day, but when you're ready to go to bed, you want something that's going to keep it warm in there all night long without you needing to get up and keep stoking the fire every couple hours. So I don't want to replace the stove. There's nothing like having the aesthetic of a stove in your tent. Watching the flames, feeling that heat, smelling it burn. I just want to find an option for the nighttime when it's time to go to bed. Something that can keep the tent warm through the night. Now inside the tent, we also have the option of putting plastic windows up on these two big roof windows. I haven't done that yet because I just want to see how well this works just with the rain fly in place. As you can see, it is 24 degrees out here right now. And it is just as cold inside this tent as it is outside. So I'm going to set our gauge right here on the stove, and I have our electric heater over here. I know it's kind of hard to see. It's really dark in here. Let's go ahead and turn it on though. And we're going to go ahead and turn this up here to 85. I have it on top of the stove box. Plus, this does have an emergency shutoff if it should happen to tip over. So I'm going to go ahead and step out here, zip up this tent, and I'm going to go over to the other tent and get warm while we kind of let this sit here and do its thing for a little bit. I'm going to give it about a half an hour, then I'll come back and we'll see how much it's actually warmed up in there. At that point, if we need to put in those other plastic windows, we will do that. But for now, I just want to see how well it works with the setup we have. Okay, so it's been probably about half an hour, maybe a little bit longer. Been down there cooking up some chili. Wow, look at that. That looks awesome out there. Let's go ahead in here and see how our electric heater is doing. I already feel heat coming out through here. So, boy, is it dark in here. Our light burned out. I had this lantern up here. It died on us. So, anyways, all right. So here is our heater still going. And where the heck did we put the... Oh, right here. Well, this only says that it's 40 in here. But I can tell you, it is pretty warm. I should have thought about that. It's probably because I had it all the way over here on the cold stove. But yeah, it already says 42. I'm going to go ahead and set it right there for a minute. We'll give it a few minutes and see what it goes up to. Already gone up to 43. I mean, I don't know what the temperature actually is in here right now, but it is very, very tolerable. 45 already. It would be very easy to be camping in here right now at this temperature. I don't remember what it is outside right now, but it's dropped again. It's at least 24. if not lower even. It's supposed to get down to 17 tonight, but with it being that cold outside right now and as warm as it is in here, I'd have to say that this heater is definitely a success. Yeah, 46, and that just keeps on rising. Like I said, it's very warm in here. I even have to take off my hat right now because it's so warm. And that is also without having anything in here. I mean, we don't have any kind of furniture in here. We don't have a bed. We don't have blankets, pillows, anything like that. Even just body heat. I mean, the heat in here already mixed with body heat makes it that much warmer. So yeah, like I said, I mean, no matter what that is reading over there right now it says 47, and I don't know exactly what it really is in here, but it is very, very tolerable. It would be easy to be camping in here right now and only have on like shorts and a t-shirt, no shoes, running around in socks, even bare feet. It is warm in here. 47.3. It's probably actually in the 50s in here, probably at the very least 53. And remember, that's just with the rainfly. We do not have the plastic windows in there. Yeah, the weather on my phone says it's 24, about to drop down to 23. So I can very confidently say that I would be happy to camp in this tent with that electric heater right now exactly as it is. And if you put those plastic windows in here, it would even be warmer in there. All right, had to get my other lantern and check on my chili here. Look at that fire. Man, it is nice and toasty in here. And look at this. Yeah. I am so ready for some of that. All right, let's finish this video. All right, this will brighten it up in here. 48 right now. All right, yeah, check this out, guys. We're at, can you see that? 54 in here right now. It is very, very comfortable. So in final, is this space heater or a similar one with the same kind of specs, heats up to 300 square feet, 1500 watts, is it a good alternative heat source inside the Panda Air large canvas inflatable tent? And the answer is definitely yes. I could camp in here all day, all night with that thing running as my only heat source. Look, we're at 57 now. And that's a very nice looking heater right there, but I very much prefer the aesthetics of a camp stove. You get to watch the fire, you get to feel the heat, kick off your shoes, put up your feet, and just warm them around the fire. You get to smell the campfire, and then at night when you're ready to go to bed, you can let that burn down, turn on your electric heater, and sleep soundly all night long without needing to get up and stoke the fire. Now, yes, of course, that is if you have an electrical outlet. So if you're out camping somewhere in the woods or the mountains and you don't have an electrical outlet, you're not going to be able to use this. You're going to need to find another alternative heat source. But camping with an electrical outlet, this is definitely a win.